Today we're going to find out who makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Let's do it. I also went ahead and baked a Nestle Toll House cookie just to have some kind of control. So I've waited 2 days. I went ahead and baked these and let them cool off on a rack, and I could not be more excited to try these recipes. These two cookie recipes share a lot of similarities. I mean, they have most of the same basic ingredients. And I think the most important similarity is that they both have brown butter. I think that's like the main element to have a really good chocolate chip cookie. And I rested both doughs for the same amount of time for 2 days in the fridge to allow the flavors to mingle. So I think no matter what, they're both gonna be amazing. Disclaimer, I've actually already tried the tasty cookie recipe. I've done it before and it was amazing. I actually did it with the toffee, but this time I left out the toffee because I'm not a huge fan of it, and it also makes these two recipes a little more similar so we can get a better comparison. But for starters, I'm gonna go ahead and try the Nestle cookie just so I have a basis to start with. Yeah, that's just your basic store-bought cookie dough. You can taste the butter and the sugar, but there's no real depth to the flavor, and that's what I'm gonna be looking for in these two recipes. So I'm gonna start with the tasty cookie since I've already tried the recipe before, and give me a reminder of how it is. Looks amazing, it's so soft. I am so excited. Wow, there are no words. Just as I remember, like I said, the flavor is so deep. You can taste that brown butter. Everything is so well put together. There's no one ingredient that stands out above any of the others. You have the crispy exterior and edges, but you have the really soft and chewy inside, and it's best eaten just a little bit warm in my opinion. But it's an absolutely outstanding recipe and I love it just as much as I did the first time I tried it. And now we're gonna go with the Claire Saffitz cookie. It's a little bit more crisp. Break off a piece here. Wow, it's amazing. I was curious how the milk chocolate discs were gonna work in this cookie because I'm used to using just dark chocolate in my cookie recipes. I don't think I've ever used milk chocolate chips or bars in a fancy chocolate chip cookie recipe, but I actually really like it. And of course she also uses dark chocolate discs in the cookie as well. So there's both of those flavors, but I like that little extra hint. And the texture, like I said, of this one is a bit more crisp, but it still has a little bit of chew in the center. I don't really prefer a texture of either of these two because it's kind of what you're in the mood for. I could go for a more crispy chocolate chip cookie on some days, but then there's some days when I like that really deep, soft center of a big chocolate chip cookie like Tasties. So let me try some with some vanilla milk just so I can do that. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So the verdict, it's pretty hard because they're different cookies. They have similar ingredients and similar processes, but if I had to pick one, I think I would actually go with the Claire Saffitz cookie in general, because like I said, I love that hint of milk chocolate within the recipe, but by no means do I dislike the Tasty cookie. I actually didn't think that there was anything that could beat this. And I think there are some days when I would prefer this cookie, maybe more in the winter time, around the holidays when I just want something warm and hearty. But like I said, the two important factors in this were browning the butter. I think that is so important, and they both did that to perfection, and also resting the dough for 48 hours in this case. I think that also really deepens the flavor, and you can't beat that. There's no substitute for it. It's great on the day of that you make. I've made the 2-day cookie on the same day and the next day and 2 days, and there really is a difference in the flavor that you notice as the days progress. But overall, I'm really excited that I got to try both of these recipes, and this won't be the last time that I'm gonna make either of these. I definitely encourage you to try doing this. It's very simple. I use the stand mixer for both recipes, but you can do everything in a bowl with a whisk. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.